The healthcare industry, also known as the medical industry, is a business that provides goods and services to patients in need of curative, preventive, rehabilitative, and palliative care. The healthcare industry is made up of companies that are dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of medical conditions. Such treatment can be provided in the forms of product and services, and it can be done privately and publicly. Furthermore, people all over the world depend heavily on the healthcare industry. Hospitals, doctors, nursing homes, diagnostics laboratories, pharmacies, medical device manufacturers, and other components of the healthcare system are all parts of this industry. The main factors driving demand for the expansion of lifestyle, medical procedure, and the healthcare industry are aging population and the increasing prevalence of chronic diseases. Moreover, the healthcare industry is vital to people all over the world as well as national economies. It is one of the world's fastest growing industries. To meet the health needs of individuals and populations, the modern healthcare sector is divided into many subsectors and relies on the interdisciplinary teams of trained para-professionals and professionals. The healthcare industry is typically divided into several areas for financial and management purposes. The United Nations International Standard Industrial Classification (ISIC) classifies that the healthcare industry as generally consisting of hospital activities, medical and dental practice activities, and other human health activities as a basic framework for defining the sector.
IQMAL Berhad is the world's most trusted services network powered by a diverse team of talented professionals. From frontline to the backline office, they work together every day to deliver the best care and treatments to their patients. They are always striving to expand and diversify their talent pool by attracting, keeping, and developing excellent healthcare workers to support IQMAL Berhad development plan. The firm will pursue a multi-country portfolio strategy to diversify its earning base and strengthen its specialized offering through organic and inorganic developments. This company is expanding its market leadership positions by improving clinical results, expanding service offering, expanding existing facilities, and utilizing technology to enhance operational efficiency. The goal is to provide a great mix of cash flow generating markets like Singapore and Malaysia, medium-term growth momentum from Turkey, and long-term development prospects from India and China. They are always sure that their perseverance will carry them forward and that they will be ready to face the difficult economic situations. Next, we will look at the SWOT of IHH. The company's strength is our leading premium private healthcare provider in all important markets like ASEAN, Turkey, and China. After that, they are increasing their influence in North Asia through hospital management agreement. Also producing high-quality doctoral graduates from its international renowned institutions of higher learning. For witnesses, the extensive currency fluctuation may cause profit dilutions due to translation losses. Moreover, potential large or major acquisitions may require government clearance, increasing investment risk. Next, we move to opportunities. The business sector is expanding with many future opportunities for success. Then, they attract the quality decisions and staff to join them. More investment will come from an increase in ownership in AZLAN Healthcare Group, which is the world's second biggest healthcare group. Lastly, the strength of the company is in development market. The time has been longer than projected. After that, in any of the country's main marketplace, there is social and political instability. Therefore, changes in government healthcare policy that are unfavorable.
I am going to discuss and explain about the financial ratio of IHH Healthcare Berhad. There are 4 types of ratio segments such as liquidity, efficiency, solvency, and profitability ratio. The first ratio segment is the liquidity ratio, where it determines a company's position and its ability to meet short-term obligations. For better measures of liquidity, after deducting inventories and prepared expenses that decided to turn into cash, the quick ratio shows the company could only meet 194% of its short-term obligation with cash and current assets in 2017. However, the ratio decreased gradually until 2020, but it still managed its liquidity if they use the remaining cash to meet other companies' obligation efficiently for the next 4 years. Next, the ratio to sell inventory ratio shows only in 2017 and 2019, the company is able to move their inventories quickly and shorter days are better, but the longest days taken for inventories to be sold is in 2018, where it shows the company is inefficient in handling their inventories. IHH Berhad has maintained a respectable average collection period for all years except for 2018, where it takes 85 days for the company to collect their account receivable, which indicates the implementation of lenient credit policy. Over the 4 years, IHH Berhad has positive net working capital, stipulating that they have enough money after paying liabilities and they can focus on growing its business, especially in 2018 with the highest amount of 5,052,954,000 ringgit Malaysia. For the second segment, which is efficiency ratio, the fixed asset turnover of this company displayed that in 2019, the company generates the highest ratio compared to other years. This means the company is able to generate 41 cents of net sale from 1 ringgit of fixed asset investment. The asset turnover of the company shows that from the 4-year analysis, 2019 showed the highest ratio of 0.77 times, which means that IHH Healthcare Berhad is efficient at generating revenues from its asset at that year. The third segment is leverage ratio, comprises the debt ratio, where it compares a company's total liabilities to its total asset and shows the percentage of company's debt. For the 4 years analysis indicate that the leverage of the company is maintained in ideal between 20% to 15%, and the lowest point of debt is on 2017, where the company only has 33.46% of debt. The last segment is profitability ratio, where it comprises net profit margin that measure how much profit a company makes out of each 1 ringgit of revenue it receives. In the year 2017, the net profit margin is the highest compared to other years, indicating that for every 7.45% of sales, 1 ringgit of profit is generated. Based on 4 years of calculation, the highest ratio of return on equity of IHH Berhad is in 2017 at 3.33 times, which is good news to the investor of IHH Healthcare Berhad, since it indicates that the company is using its investors' fund effectively. However, the ratio dropped to 0.75 times in 2020, shows that the company is slowly mismanaging the equity financing for the company. Based on a 2-year percentage calculated from IHH Healthcare balance sheet for the years 2019 and 2020, firstly, there was a decrease in current asset by 0.01% from 2019 to 2020. However, this still means IHH Healthcare Berhad is still operating in a good manner, just not as good as the year before. For current liabilities, there was a significant increase by 0.006% from 2019 to 2020. This is not a really huge increase, but it still means that the company has more liabilities than the year before. Next, we can see that there is an increase in net sales by 36.15% from 2019 to 2020. This shows that the company is performing well in producing sales revenue. The gross profit is increasing from 9.18% to 16.36% because of the increase in sales and gross profit. The higher the gross profit means the more chances the company is able to make a net profit. Operating profit shows a small increase from the year 2019 to 2020. It increased by 0.73%. Even if it's a small increase, it still means that the company is efficient in turning sales into profit. Income before tax shows an increase, shows the same increase, which is 0.72%, due to the fact that there is no interest incurred for the both years.
Moving to the comparative financial statement of the company, we choose an index trend analysis for the statement of financial position and financial performance that is calculated for 4 years from 2017 to 2020. We set the year of 2017 as the base year to do the analysis. As we can see in the comparative balance sheet here, the current assets of IHH Healthcare Berhad have increased by 29.38% from the year 2017 to 2018 and proceeded to decrease by 35.72% from 2018 to 2019. 2020 showed the lowest value of current assets percentage out of the 4 years. On the other hand, the current liabilities have shown an increasing value, with the percentage increasing by 35.55% from 2017 to 2018 and increasing by 6.58% in the year 2020. This means a negative impact on the liquidity position of IHH Healthcare Berhad. This is because current assets have decreased whereas current liabilities have increased. Next, the revenue of the company for the year 2020 had an increase of 20.3% compared to the base year percentage. The revenue gain in 2019 is the highest in the 4 years of analysis. For the other operating income, the company recorded a slight decrease in the year 2020 than the year 2017. From the cash flow statement by IHH Healthcare Berhad, we can see that the cash flow for the year 2020 was RM2,264,047. The bulk of the positive cash flow comes from operations, which is a healthy sign for investors. Most inflows come from depreciation and impairment of property, plant and equipment, which is for RM960,323. It indicates that core businesses are profitable and that sufficient funds are available to purchase new merchandise. The purchase of new equipment demonstrates that the company has the funds to invest in inventory in order to expand. Investing activities have made a lot of outflows, but the most being acquisitions of subsidiaries and a business. Net of cash and cash equivalents acquired, which is an outflow of RM1,053,576 Malaysia. Finally, the cash on hand at IHH Healthcare Berhad should assuage investors' concern about the notes payable, since there is enough cash on hand to repay that potential loan expenditure. Financing activities mostly contribute by repayment of loans and borrowings, which is an outflow of RM2,599,427 Malaysia.
Based on the previous findings of the company from 2017 to 2020, the strength that IHH Berhad have is to control their cost of goods sold. It shows that the company's gross profit margin calculated from the financial statement of the company is efficient in controlling their cost of goods sold. From the total asset turnover ratio, it portrays that the company is able to generate sales from the total asset used, and it shows that the company is effective. Next, the company's common size analysis shows that the gross profit has contributed to the sales generated in 2020. A positive net cash flow from operating activities implies that the company has surplus in generating the net income. However, the sources of investment and financing are not enough to cover their operating activities. Hence, the company generated a deficit or outflow in cash of RM493,085. Furthermore, the company also shows the increase of debt to finance their day-by-day operational activities or financing activities. The analysis of quick ratio shows a decrease from 1.94 times in 2017 to 1.23 times in 2020, and it indicates that the company is having problems in liquidating their assets in cash. Apart from that, the decrease in account receivables turnover indicates that the company is having problems in collecting their debt. It shows that the company is not competitive enough or lack of practice in increasing their account receivables turnover ratio. In a nutshell, financial disclosures are consistently prepared and made available to shareholders. Financial reports are useful and important in deciding whether or not to invest in the company. They are also reliable because they are well evaluated by management and directors. Financial disclosures provided shareholders to learn more about the company's performance and also reduces risk.